Now we have one last big session today, but before we do, we have a couple of things that I'd just like to go to. And first of all, we have one more poll that I'd like to launch. And this one looks at how confident are you that you actually have the knowledge and the understanding that you need to really drive change and tackle climate. Make sure that you're applying some of the available solutions within your international education context. And obviously, we're hoping that you'll feel a bit more confident today by the end of this summit. But certainly, it's interesting to see how, this is an emerging field, and I don't think we yet have all of the answers. Okay, so how confident are you that you understand the climate change issue and the available solutions for international education? And the options are very confident, somewhat confident, and not very confident. And if we just stop the poll there and share the results, we can see that 68% of you, the overwhelming majority of you, are somewhat confident, which is probably what I might have expected. I'm not sure if that's a surprise to any of you, but only 14% are very confident, which is outstripped by the 17% of you who are not very confident. So there's clearly more work that could be done. So thank you. That's really useful for us to see in CANIE. And taking the first steps to take action within an institution or an organization can be quite difficult. So I'd like to share with you now a short video that has been prepared by the staff of an international office at a university in Ireland, UCD, and they've just started on a quite ambitious green program within their university and starting to look at within the international area. And so they've put together a few thoughts from staff in their international office that we'd like to show you now.
COVID-19 provided an opportunity to move towards a greener model of international volunteering. We greatly reduced our carbon footprint while still connecting with overseas communities in a meaningful and sustainable way.
I think addressing climate change is really important because we depend on nature for our survival. How we live, whether it be at home or at work, should not add further damage to the planet. Let's figure out ways to make international education more sustainable so that we can preserve the value it brings to people's lives.
The COVID-19 crisis has proven that if we want to change quickly, we can. And I hope that we can take this energy in the future when it comes to tackling the climate crisis. In student recruitment, we've seen that partner days, conferences, study broadcasts can all be attended virtually perfectly fine, and I hope that we will hold on to this.
In my role in UCD, I'm responsible for promoting international cooperation activities with partner universities. I wanted to learn how we can adapt what we do to make sure we do as little harm as possible to the planet so future generations don't pay the price of our mistakes.
Climate change is important to me because I want future generations to experience this beautiful planet as we have. Everyone deserves access to clean air and clean water. Some steps that I take to reduce my carbon footprint include cycling to work, eating a vegetarian diet, and supporting local organic farmers. The time is now to do our part. We all must support politicians and organizations that help in the fight against climate change and make changes to our daily life.
So that was lovely to see, and I think there are so many examples. We really have got a lot of great case studies that we could have shared today from universities across Europe and around the world. So we will hopefully feature a lot of them on the podcast. And just a reminder, in case any of you missed that earlier, that if you've got any ideas for themes or speakers, please do contribute them, because the CANIE Climate Dialogue podcast will be coming soon.